I like these last pieces of composers. You feel as though you can sense that they're close to this next world, which we're trying to find through music all the time. Is which order do we play these pieces in? I mean, the easy one, isn't it, is to do, as we think we're going to do, Mahler 10, break, Bruckner 9. But how about the other way around? Bruckner 9, 2-minute silence, Mahler 10. And I'm not yet sure which way around we're going to do this. Schubert 6, with its very, this Italianità, this love of Italy, which was going around at that time. I thought this would be fun if we've coupled this with Rossini, because, I mean, Rossini, very clever composer. I've always liked Rossini's music. And also, actually, it's rather fun with the Rossini and Schubert program, is I get a chance for the first time to play some of this program as part of the children's concert series, which, it's always great fun. I've watched these kids come to these concerts and come and say hello to me in the break, and it's it's really important to reach out to this next generation and make them feel comfortable and in making music and enjoying the power of this journey that's going to take them through their life. So that's also very nice. Elgar. Well, I must say I haven't actually performed very much English music. Or is it perhaps because, I don't know, it's a bit too close? I'm not sure. I started off my musical life as a small boy singing. And in Worcester, of course, where Elgar was born. And I heard this piece, the Dream Migrantis, many times as a very young boy. I found this piece terribly moving as an 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old. And that, having listened to this piece, I wanted to sing. And because I wanted to sing, I ended up actually, because I can't sing, actually being a conductor. But I've never done this piece before, so this is a piece I've always wanted to do, and I have this fantastic chorus here with Tokyo Symphony. And so I thought it was time to bite the bullet and do the Dream Migrantis. The Brahms second piano concerto has also a personal story for me, because the soloist Hinrich Alpers was somebody who I didn't know at all until he got in touch with me about 7 years ago, and said, could I play for you? And I said, yes, come. And he played for me, and it was just me and him in the big hall in Bamberg. And I was so touched by the way he played this music. It was the sound and the way he did it just went straight through the skin into the blood. And I thought it would be just so wonderful to invite this soloist. You always find very, very famous people, but sometimes it's good to find people you actually really have been profoundly moved by their music. And another idea I like very much, which is getting soloists from the orchestra to have a voice, because obviously the second movement of the Brahms second piano concerto is basically a cello concerto, isn't it? And so these two things come a bit together in this program. Beethoven in the context of, as I say, Mozart, Kleine Nachtmusik, and then the Stravinsky Violin Concerto, which I think should be quite a lovely journey. You hardly ever hear Kleine Nachtmusik in concert. Difficult to do well, I'm sure. I've never done that before either. And then this program with Amerique and Heldenleben. Well, that, of course, is another fun journey, isn't it? Because not only do I get now 2 opportunities to show soloists in the orchestra, because with the density 21.5, that's one, and then of course the Heldenleben, very famous solo violin in that piece. But here we get Amérique. Okay, not the first big piece by Varese, but the most famous one. And I've always enjoyed this sound world of Varese. I have to say, I think it's so pure. It's like Haydn. I had an experiences with Varese very early on, conducting Varese and Ligeti and Vivier in Amsterdam. I like this mixture of playing with sonority, sound, size of sound sonority. So, and then one solo amongst all of these 120 players. And then, of course, the Amérique starts with the solo alto flute. So you take this flute sound and then you multiply it, 120 times to get this enormous piece. So I always like the idea you play with you focus on the small sound within the space, and then the big sound afterwards has much more power. And also, let's not forget, keeping also Tokyo as one of the most important places for classical music in the world. When I go around the world, this is the place most people think of where classical music has a real home with an enormous amount of people who come and enjoy and partake and know. So thank you very much for what you do. Thank you.